just toying around with a few different character choices and trying to come up with a few different backstories for the script, and then like getting some props and stuff. So ordering some like temporary tattoos to try to complement some of the character decisions, and then the scene calls for like using a cigar, which I've never smoked a cigar, and this kind of leans into that whole experience part of what we're doing. Is like, in order to be a good actor, you have to experience things, and I think this is kind of the tip of the iceberg of the journey of all the things we're going to experience and try to experience, to build up that repertoire as an actor, or to be able to call on a feeling. So even just as simple as like being familiar with a cigar, or how to smoke a cigar, or how to light a cigar, I think adds just little details to a scene or to a character where the audience can believe that. There's this scene in one of Adam Driver's movies where he's like in a kitchen, and there's like some nuances with the cupboard, but he kind of interacts with it as if he's lived there his whole life. And it just kind of gives you that sense of, oh yeah, this is his space, or this is his life. And I think he like double taps it or something to open it. And it's just like, oh yeah, nice. So that kind of, as if the character it is part of them, or they've done their whole life. It's like you want to portray that in a simple movement.
So you're talking some big game here.
Yeah.
So you're filming on Friday.
Yeah.
How eloquent or how confident are you with the cigar?
Not at all.
Have you even got one?
No,
yet?
I got to buy one. So I'm going to watch some videos on like how to smoke it, I guess.
Have you any go-tos? Have you seen anything in films or anything where you've...
All I think of like is Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he's always just got a cigar and he's chewing the butt of it.
Okay, so I guess the scene on Friday is, I guess, called the Cigar Boss, which I put together. What were your sort of initial thoughts when you sort of read it? What was your interpretation of it?
Yeah, initial thoughts was like a Guy Ritchie piece. Some of the language kind of gave me that it's like in England or like in London, and they're kind of like that typical English boss kind of guy. But then after speaking to you and like seeing how you kind of pictured it more of like an Australian gangster underworld kind of view, so I got two kind of different characters to play with, and it's just trying to work out. I mean, like I'd love to do both, try to shoot both to see, because I think it's like the props that will really make it. So I think in yours you have like a whiskey and a cigar, whereas if you went more like underworld Australian, maybe it's like early morning double espresso and a pack of cigarettes or something.
And so I feel like the British or English sort of style, do you have an accent down pat for that?
Working on one, yeah. Kind of drawing on like a lot of the Guy Ritchie kind of characters, but maybe like a bit of like Tom Hardy in there too, from the Peaky Blinders.
And the Australian one, are you just doing your own voice, or?
No, I think my voice is a bit high pitched for gangster. So I'll try maybe bring it down, or play with pronunciation, or like a bit of a drawn Australian accent maybe. Well, I don't know who said it, someone, but it's like, as an actor, your job is to like know your lines and come with ideas. That's what I'll be doing.
I really love how we're talking about it like it's going to be a 6-part series, but I think it goes probably 30 seconds or a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, a good script and a good scene is a good script and a good scene. I've found this little place to get some cigars from. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm going to head in there and have a chat with them and try to work out what a good looking cigar is for this scene coming up.
All right, what have we got? We're on the big day of filming Cigar Boss.
Cigar Boss. The props are in.
Cool.
Cigars. We've got our tats, our temporary tattoos. They say they last for 2 to 7 days. Organic, vegan, and cruelty free. So
we were talking about before. You were apprehensive about the temporary tattoos, about how temporary they are.
Yeah, well, like it's for the character, I get it, but then I got to wear it for the next 2 to 7 days.
Yeah. And you're going on a family holiday.
Heading up north to the beach, so it'll be on full display from my home.
Nice. Heath. It's nice. Angel. What's
Angel?
What brought about that?
With a cross, crane, and a halo. But the cigars, I've never had a cigar before, so bust this open. Cool. I guess that's the end you smoke from?
Yeah. No, you can do either end.
Oh,
they're already pre-cut.
Oh, so we don't need the little cutter.
Don't need the cutter. Okay.
All right. Sweet. But yeah, I was watching some Mobland, see how they hold cigars. And I don't think there's really any way, but what I noticed mostly was that people are like comfortable with it. It's just part of their.
Nice, you did a bit of a twirl there.
A little bit of a trick.
Where's that from? Something doing with a pen.
The pen trick. So that might bring that in, you know?
Yeah, cool.
Maybe not when it's lit.
Yeah, you burn your hand.
But maybe like a little pick up and then
Show me. I was trying to remember how Arnold, I think he just sort of...
Arnold's just like
he just sort of holds
it. Yeah. Just puts it in a big knit. But on the Mobland yesterday, you had it in this like weird kind of like looped in.
Right.
That was like, yeah, like almost like that.
Yeah, sweet.
They were good. I went in and I said, I just need to get some cigars.
Yep.
I'm like, what do you want? I don't know. I just need to get some. And then I just spoke about what we were doing. And I'm like, I don't want to like blow heaps of money on them, but I want it to look like a big cigar, not like the little cigarette looking one.
Yeah.
And then they did have some smaller ones. Like
there's little, they're more like sort of like cigarette style. Yeah. I think they're like,
So they came like pack of 2. So I just grabbed
cool.
them.
$1 each.
Oh, I wish. I think they're like $30 each or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So we won't smoke them and we'll return them. Tattoo time.
I think
I'm going to go face up. Oh! Yes, it just is what it is. So it says to do that, and then just a wet cloth for 30 seconds. Pretty cool that you can just get like temporary tattoos. They say 2 to 7 days.
We'll check you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, still have it. What do you reckon? It's been 30 seconds?
Another 10. You have to rub it, or you just...
No, you just hold it.
Hold it? Alright.
And peel it off and hope for the best. I don't know if I made the towel wet enough. Maybe. Oh yeah. So this matte stuff's meant to like get rid of the shine. Scene 1, shot 8, take 1. That tit is still alive.
Cigar Boss. Wrap. Done. What was your thoughts?
All good. I guess different kind of approaches. First one, I felt like I could see more of the backstory of the character, like the English one, the Cigar Boss, and I felt like you could expand that universe out a bit more. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought like when you're writing this and you're putting these shots together, you have like in your mind's eye what you think it's going to look like, and those shots you're going to get. I think it's going to be a little bit different than what I anticipated. and that was just trying to get into the right position. And I thought it was like it was when you have one person sitting in the same spot.
Yeah.
Trying to make things dynamic and a few different shots. So it'd be interesting to see when we go back to have a look, and like fingers crossed.
Yeah.
They look alright.
Yeah, I think also just like on your shot list, there's also like you have this idea of the space, and then when you get to the space or the set, it's different, and you got more probably obstacles or variables you have to deal with than you kind of picture in your mind when writing it. There's an interesting part like with the cigar, having not ever smoked a cigar. We were watching some tutorials and how to smoke them, and I was like overexcited in the first take.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I just inhaled so much and then just coughed it all out.
Yeah, you were really going down with the first one. I could see. I was like, oh, you're getting some good flame. It's going to be good.
It's just half a smoke.